ocean road that will take you there. Be informed and stay in tune. Uplift your soul and heal your wounds. Welcome to Bashment Bay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Bashment Bay TV. I'm your host, Sharon Cummings.
And as usual, the one and only Chris Gilchrist.
And I'm Paulette Samuels. Well, all I can say is last week's program showed me what collaboration and determination and love and people who come together to make something this great, which is now known as Deja Vu Theater. I look at all the scenes from the shows, and Chris, you got me at that first one doing the Louise Bennett stuff. I think that was your breakout part of it. You know, everybody has their breakout role to start.
Uriah Preach.
And that was your breakout. I really enjoyed it. And all the others who came together and the little snippet that I saw, and I say to myself, where the hell was I? Why wasn't I involved? How come I didn't know this?
Plenty
you know
of time
what I
for you
mean?
to get involved.
But it's never too late,
Never
there
too
people,
late.
There are people who get their breakout at age 60, age
Yeah.
80. So you never know. I could play a grandma at some point.
Oh, wow. I have to thank you. Will have to thank my stepmother because I dug around in the closet.
Oh, gosh.
From the wig to the shoes.
To the hat.
And
the hat, yes.
What did you do?
I don't even think she knew that I took her hat.
What did you do for the bosom? That's what I was interested in.
Oh, listen, let me tell you, it's one of them bras that have about 18 clamp on the back. you know, for the heavy busted ladies. Yes, it has quite the support. So all kind of something, newspaper, shirt, all kind of things.
Oh my God. I thought that was the Medea breakout for you.
No. Listen, let me tell you, Medea has nothing on Uriah's mother.
Right, exactly. I can see that, They were much bigger.
You know what was so cute? Whenever someone was talking about a specific person, and I was able to find the video of it. Yes. Like when Numa mentioned Karen, the one that always say your wife, and I found the wedding, and then when we were talking about me embarrassing myself at the theater calling Numa, and I found the video, so I'm like, okay, that's something I'll put on there.
Comes together so nicely, and I'm like, where did she find everything to just interject into it to make it more real? That was so great. That was great.
A walk down memory lane.
Oh,
it was good. Yes. It was good to see the clips, indeed. Yes.
Yes, definitely. I hope I'll be able to find clips with this set of cast members that we're having on today.
Nice.
So we're continuing our celebration of Deja Vu Theater's 20th anniversary. And on today's show, we will have some more cast members from years ago. We'll be right back.
Estella's Legacy. Grandma Estella, I have a question. Written by Sharon Cummings, Tamika Jones, and Charmaine Russell.
Welcome back to Bashment Bay TV 20th anniversary celebration. I am so excited because we have some more of Deja Vu cast members from years ago, and we're seeing each other again for the first time in a long time. So I'm not going to waste any time talking. Hello, guys. How are you?
Wonderful, Sharon. Hello.
Yes, we have Andrea Reese.
My God, who do these people think they are with so much hate? They not you, my God. They not you. They sit high and they pit themselves against humanity. But then it will be a day of reckoning. I pray that they share in the likeness of golden bars. God's not asleep. He sees and he has everything. Even what's in your heart. You understand me? We're about to stand together. No more of this. Ain't no more breaking your hands out. We can do it. We did it before. Millions of years ago. We finished. We're Africans. God's not asleep.
Boo, 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 boo.
Sean Cruz, Norman Tanner Ferguson, and Adonis Francois. Did I say it right?
Yep.
Adian.
Yep.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's so good to see you guys.
Wow. This is crazy. I am truly in shock. I haven't seen Adian since dang, we were kids.
Right?
It's been a long time.
It's been a minute, the early 2000s.
Wow.
Weren't you like 17 years old or Adian?
No, I was like
19.
19. Yep, I just graduated high school. So,
Yeah, you were 19. Yes. Oh my gosh. And Sean was a little baby too. He was still in high school.
Yeah, I was about 15, 16, somewhere around there.
Yes. Oh my goodness. And Tanner, nice to see you. Haven't seen you in a long time.
Blessings.
And Andrea Reese. We're gonna start with you, Andrea.
Yes, ma'am.
So good to see you. I've seen, because you've done a few of the later production, even though you started years ago also.
Right.
So Andrea Reese, who is a member of SAG, she's a professional actress. Okay. She came in, I think it was the third Divided We Fall. And
I believe so.
Was it the third? Yeah, I think it was the third. And she played Christine, the role that Arlene Benton had originally played.
Bernard, put the gun down! Bernard, slowly drop the gun! Bernard, get on your knees! Get on your knees! I'm sorry! I'm sorry! I didn't want to do this.
She came in and she played that role. And then she was in quite a few of our other productions, skits and so forth. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Well, thank you, Sharon. Thank you. And happy 20th anniversary to Deja Vu Theater. I mean, really, it's really been a pleasure working with you, Sharon. I mean, you know, a lot of us has gone through so much since 2020. The COVID stopped people from going into theaters. You can't get anybody anywhere. So many tragedies has happened to our families. With myself, my mom passed 5 months. And it's just been a trying time, 2021. But as the universe has it, we can hopefully bounce back and be on the way to the road back to theater that we love. And it may be sometime with a lot of us in and out of things, but I think Deja Vu, Sharon, you've gone to another level, which congratulations. You're all about the internet, you're all about the IG, all about the web, and I love it. I absolutely love it. So we do get a lot of your tidbits during this time of downtime, or like Jamaica, Miss Donna would say, when COVID stop keep. Like it's a party, right? When COVID stop keep. COVID still a keep. Still a keep. So, but I've known Sharon now, let me see, I've been in Florida. I moved from New York to LA. A SAG and AFTRA member of the union. I've, done quite a few, commercials, things here and there, stage, what have you, raising the son, and so have you, and so have you. So, my long journey to Florida is because my mother was here, and I kind of took that leap from LA, which is a big leap for me because that's where it all is, and decide that, you know, she's older. So I'll just go ahead and move to Florida. It was very difficult because I was trying to, you know, force her into staying to LA. But when I realized that, you know what, it's easier for me to make friends than she. So let me pack up my things like the hillbillies and head on down south and try to see what I can do down here in Florida in terms of real work. Well, as all of us sitting here, I knew that Florida doesn't have that advantage as New York and LA. So it's very difficult. And especially if you're SAG after, it's even slimmer, right? Not that much work. And a lot of people here don't tend to want to come to the theaters, like pulling teeth. Anyway, moving on. Sharon, I forgot how we met, you know. Somebody introduced us. I can't remember who it is. But, yes, Jackie. That's it. Jackie. Oh my goodness, that's right. A mutual friend of ours, Jackie, introduced me. Jackie is also used to be a dancer with Alvin Ailey back in the days in New York City. So she said, "Hey, Andrea, boom, boom, boom. You know, I know because I know you love theater, what have you. Boom, I'm going to introduce you to someone. You know, she has her grassroots theater down here in South Florida. This is before, I think, right before you moved to Jacksonville."
Yeah, it was before, yes.
Her long resume in the business, to me, that's a lot. I mean, of course, it's not a million people, but for someone to just keep on going, no matter how much, even if it's one person in the theater, she still gives it her all. And that's what I like about you, Sharon. Very professional. It's definitely indicative of Deja Vu that you set up. And so from there, we started doing stuff. She called me, I come, I enjoy it until, I call it the big bucks for her, Nova Theater. And to me, that's the big bucks because that's a union theater. So to me, you're climbing when you reach the union theater. And I think the last play we did was, what was the last play?
Oh, yes, Black History. Yes, Black History. Wake up.
Lord, you know my people hate me, and that ain't right. They don't like my hair. They don't like my skin. They say I'm too dark or I'm too light. But Lord, I'm asking you to make a change.
Started rehearsing for that. It was me, Andrea, and Jabari Gill.
Jabari, exactly. That was the one before Jabari moved to LA.
Yes, that was the very first.
That was on Oakland Park, small theater.
Yes.
And then Sharon moved to the big time. So we was on the big stage with lots of props, lots of beautiful things happening. And by the way, Jabari is doing okay, for all you guys who don't know. He's doing quite all right.
Yeah.
And so that was it, so I mean, and Sharon, I am so proud of you. 20 years is it's not easy. And believe me, I know it's not easy because pulling teeth, pulling people, making sure this, that. And, sometimes people don't understand theater. The thing is with a grassroots theater, it's not always about pay. It really isn't. It's really about the love of work. But of course we know, you would like to get that. But if the theater is not having the massive amount of people, you can't expect to be paid. So you have to love it. It's like Tyler Perry, right? So a lot of people, wow, boom, overnight. Well, the cast you see on Tyler, especially the husband and wife, they have been with him for a long period, meaning that he's been doing theater in ATL, no pay, over 4, 5, 6, 7 years, no pay, but they stuck in there with him. They stuck in there with him because they believed not only in him, they believed in the theater, and then they believed in themselves, and they believed in this young guy who said they can do it. But the only reason why I say this, because a lot of people expect, okay, I do my first play, boom, okay, how much do I get paid the next one? I mean, it it doesn't happen that way. It really doesn't. And for the love of it, if you do it, if you make it, you make it. If you don't, it's still okay. It is something that's burning in you that you love, and you just do it. But Sharon, again, I'm going to say this. Congratulations to you in Deja Vu Theater and everyone that you had. It was wonderful working with Chris, because I haven't seen Chris in so long, although I've been watching little tidbits and bits of things, because I've been really, in the dumps since my mom passed 5 months. But and I've seen Chris with tidbits and bits stuff, and I love it. And Chris, I think you have lots and lots and lots and lots of talent like that. I don't know the rest of the cast, but I only know Chris, as I would say that. And it was really a pleasure. And hopefully, maybe by the end of 2022, things will get a little bit normal. But I don't hold my breath. I still keep my mask, because I think that the government may still be up to one more something.
Wear your mask, Andrea. Don't take off your mask.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome,
Awesome.
Sharon.
Andrea, I just wanted to say that what you just mentioned about Tyler Perry doing what he was doing, and the folks stuck with him no matter what, and wasn't interested in whether they were getting paid or not. It really put like the common thread, because the folks who were on last week said pretty much the same thing you're saying. It's not about the money. It's sticking with a project, sticking with a person, knowing that you're going to be elevated from where you are, and just building, know that you're building something. And I'm glad you said that, because it really like adds to the authenticity of what we heard last week. So thanks for sharing that.
You're very, very welcome.
I want to say for a brief moment that, for you, Andrea, one of the things that I really admired about you, in that I have been with the company since the inception. And so I've seen so many different cast members. I think there may be one cast that I did not work with at all. But through all of it, you are the person who, as Sharon said, would be considered a professional. Granted, I had my stint in that world, but I didn't go as far as you did. But one thing that stuck out for me is that whenever you came, it was always serious for you. Whatever the script was, you dove into it, and it was real. Like, you brought that professionalism with you all the time. It didn't matter what it was that we were doing. You were there and you came 100%. And that's something that I looked at and even helped to sharpen and learn for myself, right? You always showed up, and it was always business. It was always business when you came to set.
She was always professional.
Always business when it came to set. And I really admired that.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you. And just to add to that, to you, Chris, honestly, I think you're the bombshell. You know what I mean? I think you're the, no. I think you're the bombshell. And it's just a natural talent. And we've worked together, Chris. I think we've worked together only one time.
We did. There were twice that we
Marcia
together. Yes.
Marcia played. She played Nanny.
Yes.
Right? And I played again. I think I played Harriet Tubman.
That's how we used to do it during slavery. That's how we survived during slavery. Yes. You see, if we were not our brother's keepers, things would remain the same. Oh, it brings tears to my eyes when I see what's happening in the world today. Sisters against sisters, brothers against brothers. Oh, it hurts my shoulder. Jesus.
After all we all struggled for, to see our young people, the ones that were in the back of our minds while we fought and gave our lives. Our young people today have no sense of integrity. They have no sense of real pride. No sense of patriotism. No real sense of loyalty. They do not know what it means to stand up and fight for what they believe in.
Don't know, Sharon, you stick me into Harriet Tubman a lot. I played
Yeah, and I
Harriet.
did the Willie Lynch and the Paul Bogle piece. Yeah.
Exactly. But it was, the wonderful thing is it was such a comforting theater. When I say comforting, it was small but it was so personable. You know what I mean? We were able to go out. I mean, and some of the things was ad lib, and I definitely the audience would know, but I love it. But I knew what it was, but it was so comforting and so small. But to see that, Sharon, but to see, you grew from that to the Nova. You know what I mean? That is spectacular. I mean, really, it's really spectacular. And I think I did 2 things with you there, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm on stage, but I can see the audience at the same time. And each time, I know it took a lot of pulling of teeth and a lot of, selling tickets. But when I looked out, the last performance we did, and I must be proud, I can say I'm proud of that. The theater was really pretty much full. It really was. I mean, with a few minor, a few minor seats. Well, the last one I did with you, I don't know about after that, but I mean, because even when we went in the lobby, it was so packed, nobody wanted to leave. And that's a testament to you really trying hard, really getting to that next level. And so, I hope we can take this to Broadway, as they say, right?
What
Let's do it. It's been a long time.
One of the things I liked about you, you weren't just in the play, you marketed. You sold tickets like crazy. You were out there. You were making videos. You didn't just show up for production. You helped to sell whatever production we're doing. You were out there doing the legwork, and I really appreciated that.
I believed in you. I believe in Deja Vu because I see what you're doing. It's not many. I'm not even going to say West Indian. I'm just going to go right on to the guts of it. Jamaican production that's based. I mean, yeah, I think there's one other, but based in Florida, and especially with the years. So, and this is why I don't understand why your name shouldn't be popped all over billboards by now. I'm serious because you're edged in the Florida, Broward, West Palm, Miami market. And I mean, and there's so many committees out there. I mean,
well, it's not about me. It's about Deja Vu Theater, and it's about the cast members that have been involved throughout the year that has made Deja Vu what it is. So if it's not recognized by some, it's okay because it's recognized by others. And the testimony of the cast members that we've had throughout the years. I mean, look at this. I'm able to call and some of my cast members to say, we're doing this. Are you interested in being a part of it? And look. So that's what it's all about as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, it is. It's the love. I think it's our passion and we love it. And whether we're 9 to 99, and that's the one thing about acting, right? You could be 9 to 99 and still act. Unlike modeling, you got to be over at 20 or 30.
Right.
Yeah, true.
Yes,
Thank you guys very much. Thank you for having me, each and every one of you, for welcoming me, for those that I know and those I don't know. And hopefully all of us can work together again,
Oh, no. We will definitely be having something where the entire day converges on one stage. It will happen. Already.
Yes.
It will happen. It will happen. We're speaking it into being. Sharon, I think we did get somebody else to come on. So let's go ahead and acknowledge her. I think it's Crystal.
Hi, Crystal.
Hello. How you guys doing?
We're good. We're good. Thank you so much. I know she has to go, so I'll go to her next. Crystal was in Divided We Fall. Remember the one we did at that little theater in Hollywood with Jason Bartley and Reynard? I cannot remember Reynard's name. She is one of them that was in the party.
Paradise is what I call home. got my
Oh,
Chris.
right,
I have the
right.
picture. I
Oh,
have the picture in that little short dress.
snap. Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
okay. I
Chris
didn't
was
even
my
know.
buddy the whole way
Yes,
through. Oh my
Listen,
Adrian.
God.
Adrian,
man.
you were there too.
Yes,
Yes.
Adian. This was Adian's cast. This is a part of Adian's cast too. So, oh wow.
The original cast.
Yes.
The original, I mean, this was the first Divided We Fall. Wow. You know,
Yes. Yes.
one of the things from that production, I think it really challenged, it challenged me personally in that it allowed me to tap into different aspects of my creativity. I'm not a songwriter, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm not a songwriter. But I ended up writing the theme song. How did I write the theme song for the song? And I'm not a songwriter. Right?
Paradise.
Did, yep.
And you sang it too.
Listen,
How
all
did
kind of things that are going.
It was so much fun.
I mean, that was a great. It was a great cast. That series. I remember the theater. There was a small little theater, and I think we did like 2 shows one evening, Sharon.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I'll get to you in a minute, Adrian, because Doc, we have never had a Doc like that. But but
talk about going from 9 to 99.
And people thought he was that old. I'm like, no, he's 19. Oh my God. But Crystal, what happened? It was was it about 3 years ago? I mean, Divided We Fall, we met, it was like, oh my gosh, before I moved to Jacksonville. So you're talking probably about 19 years ago, 18, 19 years ago. Okay.
Yes, it was a while.
And about 3 years ago, Crystal found me on Facebook and she called me and she said, I've been searching for you and please tell them what you said to me.
I've been looking for you. I enjoyed every bit of my experience with Deja Vu Productions, and it was like I just wanted to show appreciation to her because it opened the door to a lot of things for me due to the fact that was my first time ever on stage. And I've always wanted to be an actress, and honey, I was able to let loose because that's all I was sitting there watching. I was not expected to be on stage. They just threw me in there. And honey, yes, I had fun. I had so much fun. And I called her and I was in Atlanta at the time. And I started my acting career there in 2017. And, I really had to call her and show her that I was doing my thing. And I really had to, give her thanks because I was stage fright for so many years. I just never thought I was going to do it. And I did it.
Wow. Great.
Remember the last show, they talk about people being shoved on stage?
Yes.
That was the theme. That was the theme of last week's show, okay? Where talk about people just being in the wings or just getting shoved on and shoved in the limelight. Yeah.
But you need that. You need that. I promise you, you need that. If you don't, you'll just always be standing there waiting for your turn because if you're that stage fright like I was, you're not gonna do it, and you want to so bad, and that's that juggle in between. So it's a good push. It's a good push.
And Andrea brought up a good point that granted, while we may have our roots in Jamaican themed theater, when we walked into Divided We Fall, that really broadened the scope and the reach of the theater company. In that it took people from all different walks of life, all different backgrounds to converge on stage. And so I want to segue into the fact that Adian is of Haitian descent, right? So Adian, just talk to us about your experience. I'm still in shell shock because I haven't seen you in since we left the stage. So it's been 17, 18 years now. So
Oh,
talk to
man.
us about how you got to Deja Vu.
Man,
One second. The last time you saw Adian was when you did that piece with Tanya, where you were cheating, and he
Yep.
came in
Yeah.
and he lifted you. You were hiding in the closet.
Got some other food over here. I heard some noises, man.
Oh, it's just the radio, you know.
Radio? You ain't got no radio.
I never mean to say radio, you know. Maybe
What's going on here, man? I'll find out.
Why you acting so suspicious?
Hold up. What's that? What's that?
You know what? It must be the cover fall off the pot. You know, we just make some nice rice and peas.
Rice and peas?
Yes, and chicken and
Baby,
curry
you know.
chicken, you know.
Yeah, what? Oh, ain't no rice and peas, girl.
I'm very sure, baby.
That's the last time you
Your
saw
Honor. That was Your Honor, right?
Yes.
Oh
Oh
my
my
goodness.
goodness.
Yep. I remember that. Man, yeah, man. Hey, look, bro, you cheated, and I had to get you out of
He
there.
picked me up. I remember.
Yep,
He
you
picked
remember.
and you know, it was not rehearsed that way. This man just picked me up like, and Adrian was small. He was tiny. Granted, he was tall as heck, but man,
Yeah, and I thought I almost hit your head across the ceiling once I picked you up because it was kind of like an underpass I had to bring you through. That video was hilarious. I pulled it up on YouTube and I had Sharon, send it to me, and it was like, oh wow, the audience and Tanya, the way she performed, made you some curry chicken, trying to stall me and everything, and the way you just came out with the. We had the audience going, and that was a good experience right there.
That was so funny. But Divided We Fall, Doc. I don't have a video of you performing, but I have the picture. And I tell you, I don't remember who did the makeup. Might have been my daughter.
I think it was your daughter.
Yes. And people in the audience, when they thought you were that old.
Mhm.
And I'm like, no, he's a 19-year-old.
Uh-huh.
You
Oh,
did
wow.
such a good job.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Great job.
God.
Excellent job.
You
my
did such a good job.
It was a good experience because that was kind of like my first out of high school, my first experience on stage after doing high school plays, and once I graduated, I just kind of like, okay, I'm doing acting classes in Hollywood now. I want to start doing stuff outside of outside of high school. So I think it was a website called Actors Access or something like that, or it was through there, or my agency. I think it was Famous Faces that told me that, Deja Vu theater production. I see, Aiden, you're into that. Why don't you check these folks out? And the role was for Doc. So went in an audition for that, and I was like, you know what? 19-year-old. So let me see if I can play this old guy. Let me see. I can pull it off. So, so I kind of just went ahead and just got into character and just looked deep down and, envisioned characters like Eddie Murphy, like, hell going on up in here. Peter, I ain't give you the keys to give to your friends. Going on up
And
in
he
here.
remembered
The man remembers his lines.
Yes.
Oh, the man remembers his lines. Oh my God.
Whoa.
That's good.
Sharon, who was it? I forget the name of the character. The guy was really, really light skinned, and somebody died, and he snatched the chain, like for real, he took the chain off.
I tell you, you never know what is going to happen on stage.
Oh,
He acted like a real thug. He went and dragged the guy's chain off after he died. I'm like, that wasn't a part of it.
The man was in the zone. He was in the character. He was in it. You know,
wow.
so Divided We Fall gave us an opportunity, like you mentioned, Sharon, even got me on stage singing. Because it was a musical.
My Jamaica. No, where's Jamaica?
There was such great talent that hit that stage, you know, for that production. And I mean, still, I know people think I prefer Kirby and Labrish. They think I prefer that side, but the drama of Divided We Fall is really what I really, 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 really love. So one thing comes natural and one thing challenges me. So
yeah, we made you do a lot of things in Divided, that first Divided We Fall. But Chanel was supposed to come on also, but she wasn't available. But Adian, tell us what you're up to now, because I see that you're modeling.
Oh, yes. I started modeling like about 2 years ago. I think in 20, I'm gonna go by the year, like say about 20, I think like 2014, 2015. Yeah, that's when I started modeling. And you know, I'm tall, I'm about 6'6", so I'm kind of like, hey, you know what, I might as well just give that a shot. My modeling agency always told, not modeling agency, talent agency, which does, you know, they do modeling as well, always told me that, hey, give that a shot. I always ignored it, but you know, something told me to just go ahead and, you know, just hit the runway. There's no acting going on. It's just walking and just wearing nice clothes. That's it. So I'm like, hey, that's not hard. But I actually incorporated some of my, you know, techniques I learned from acting, you know, from as far as, you know, acting school, like to bring the characters out on stage. So whatever particular clothes I'm wearing, I just kind of like, you know, do that particular strut or walk, you know, to build a character. And, you know, that just took off and everything. So, and I just kind of just moved on to just doing, well, the pandemic hit, of course.
Yeah.
And, you know, everything was on pause, so no more of that.
Yeah.
So I just moved on to doing like a film, you know, started auditioning for like music videos, film, etc. And that's, and
where are you based now?
Oh, I'm based in Orlando. I'm in Central Florida. I've been here for the past since 2007. So I've been gone for a while. So, but I'm back and forth, you know, all the time, because it's, you know, Miami is always a buzz when it comes to, you know, as far as like, you know, production. And, you know, I'm right in the middle, so I'm always traveling, you know, Atlanta, etc. So, yeah, I'm out there. I'm everywhere. So, I mean, going way back to seeing you guys, you know, Sharon's still going strong with the, you know, with the Deja Vu theater production. I'm like, wow. I just had to reach out and just like give her flowers.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
I just have a question for you. I just have a question for you. Pardon me. Prior to leaving high school, did you know that you wanted to do modeling and theater, or this was just pounced upon you and you just see a chance and you took it?
Oh no, I took that chance. Modeling wasn't really anything I was kind of like into or was, you know, was interested in. It was more of a thespian. You know, I kind of like, you know, doing you know, reading scripts and, you know, bringing out a character. That's kind of what I did all throughout high school. I was the drama, you know, nerd. So that's been my thing. So it's kind of, you know, it's fun doing exactly what you love,
right,
you know, as something, as, you know, as a career. So right, it's been fun. It's fun.
Great.
Well, I thank you guys. Crystal, I thank you because I know that you're busy and you're driving back home, but I appreciate you coming on. I really do. And I thank you for reaching out to me. I really appreciated that.
Yes, I can never forget you.
Oh.
Or the cast,
the production,
everything was so much fun.
She still has that very sweet, calming, comforting, very humble voice.
Chris, I'm gonna get you, you know. But thank you, sweetheart. Yes, nothing has changed about me. Nothing. I just got 2
see
kids
you.
tagging along. That's
So
all.
good to see you. Wow, it's
Thank
great.
you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you guys for having me. I love you guys always. Family.
Thank you. Same here.
Take care, guys. Bye.
Adian, thank you so much. And we really, really have to get everyone, as much as we can, together to do something when this pandemic is, really gone.
Yeah.
You know, Tanya, Marcia, Chris, Norma, I left out, shout out to you.
Listen, Adian, if you missed last week's show, you need to go and watch it.
Today's
If
show.
you missed Norma, you got to go watch last week's show, okay?
Last week, yes, last week.
Okay, I got to see it because I heard there was a reunion going on. I was like, okay.
Oh, well, today it's only the continuation. And the first thing I'm going to do when we finish recording tonight is to get on the phone and call Sharon for your number. So I'll be calling.
Thank you, Adian. Thank you.
All right, buddy.
Oh, we saved you for last, Tenor. Sorry.
Me. All right.
I was introduced to Tenor by
Andrea.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Yes.
when you came in, you rehearsed for the Wake Up, the Black History show.
Right.
And you played Marcus Garvey.
We no longer have to fear people who are not like us now. We fear our own. We fear losing our lives over petty disagreement, misunderstandings, jealousy, looking someone in the eye, wearing the wrong color, the wrong sneakers. A young person is embarrassed for their friends to know they are so smart, so they act dumb. Embarrassed for a friend to see them reading a book. When did we come to this? We who have come from queens and kings. When did we come to this?
Yes. Wow. Yes. That was an excellent experience. I mean, first off, I have to say, give thanks to Andrea for kind of getting me into acting because I really come from music, and she found me at my day job and took me under her wing, did a play with her, my first play with her.
Bronx
and
River.
I didn't even know I could act.
Yeah.
Bronx River, Don't Get Mad, Get Even. I didn't even know I could act. And a matter of fact, when she suggested that I audition, I was like, I don't act, I do music. And she's like, no man, just try and thing. And there we were. So we did the play, and then she told me about you, and then both Jabari and myself came over to you to do that first production. And that was a very good experience, but especially the part when you said to me that, okay, you have to write your own lines. I remember that. I'm like,
because you're playing Marcus Garvey. I didn't want to put words in your mouth. I wanted you to research Marcus Garvey and get the feel of who he was and see his words that you could express it, become Marcus Garvey. And you did such a good job.
Well, I give thanks, but that whole experience was just to show you that, universally everything is good, because I wouldn't have learned or known certain things about Marcus Garvey had you not suggested that. Mm-hmm. And I learned and I found out a lot of things about him, which was kind of transformative to me too, personally. But it was a very good experience. The whole Deja Vu experience was like improv, learning, reactionary, ups and downs. I remember one time I forgot my lines.
We talked about that.
I remember, and it was just, it's like a lady came out and rescued me off the stage, man.
Mrs. Grant.
Yeah, that was a terrifying night. I never had an experience like that. I was like, damn, I literally vaporized out of the theater. I left my shoes, my clothes, everything, and disappeared. You had to find me the next day. I was like, whoa. I was like,
he did leave his shoes. I do remember that he did leave his shoes. We're cleaning up and we're like, hold on, not tennis shoes.
that's so weird.
Where
No,
is
man,
that now?
no, man, me find a window, me find a underground passage, something me vaporize, man. I was like, damn. But I the good thing I was able to come back the following year where I totally killed it with another young lady. I don't remember her name right now, and we did the same thing over, and I was able to do what I was supposed to do.
Roxanne Williams.
Yes, Roxanne. And that was a good experience. But you know, the whole thing with Deja Vu for me, having been new to acting, Deja Vu would have kind of been like the whole Deja Vu experience would have kind of been like my training in acting and all that, because what we do is what I learned, again, terms that I'm learning, is that we're doing repertoire theater. So one night you're a cheating husband, the next day you're a pastor, and you know, so it teaches you to, and you know, Chris was instrumental in training us and thing, and you know, telling us, you know, just to be improv thing I love, you know, and it was a good, it's like a learning, it was a university for me personally. That's why I look at Deja Vu, especially that I realized that creatively I do music, but I feel like acting is more natural for me. It's like something that I like to do, really. And
it was great. It was great that you didn't stay in any one. Well, not that we were going to let you anyway, because you got to a place. You got to a place where you were also doing the Jamaican dialect. I remember one year we assigned you the piece, the Louis Bennett piece, "It's Me."
Right.
Right.
That's
yes.
the one that I messed up on.
Well, you may have messed up once, but you've done that piece several times, right? So even though you forgot one time, but you did it other times, and you were really able to capture and bring that piece to life in a way that I wouldn't, you know. And that's the beauty about working with each other, is that you are able to bring your interpretation to the piece and bring a different energy to it that, you know, somebody else is not able to replicate. So, you know, you stepped out your shell, and it was a beautiful thing.
Give thanks, man.
You've played so many different roles. Like you said, you were the cheating husband.
Right.
You know? In one of the Divided We Fall, you played Ross, the rest.
Right.
Ross,
I don't remember.
Man, that
I
is
don't remember the
talking
name
to you.
Oh, Zebulon.
What the hell you work up with the mouth of my sister? You can't set man like that. One thing I want from a Jamaican girl, but you're not getting from my sister, especially you. Let's go back up, man. Let's back up. Hi, you. Yes, sir, brother. Forward over here, some man. I would like to have a reason. We are all children of His Majesty. Jah, Rastafari the Almighty. Don't make others a fight against each other. Every chance on again.
Zebulon, yes.
Zebulon was his name.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he was talking to the youth, trying to steer him in the right direction.
To steer them. Yes,
Javon.
yes. Yeah, man, that was you know, and I got to do a little bit of music in one.
Yes, the same one. Yes.
Right, and yeah, that was, you know, that was yes, man, youth. I remember that. Yeah, that was fun. Definitely. But yeah, you know, yeah, the whole journey with Deja Vu for me was a very life-changing thing. I'll tell you that, and it brought me to something creatively that I would not necessarily have come by myself. So once again, giving thanks to Andrea and yourself and Chris and other people, you know what I mean? that I've met some lifelong friends. Jabari and me are great friends because of that and all that to this day. So yeah, excellent.
And I know that you must be happy that you took that lead, because you know what they always say, whatever you fear, if you don't face it, it will devour you. And I'm sure you're happy that you took that leap.
Yes,
you know, because now you're here to talk about it, and I guess that fear is like behind you now. You don't have to even think about it. You know,
yeah, man,
I love the way Sharon and Chris, they push you guys on the stage.
Yes,
Whether
and
you
it's
like
always
it or
a
not, you're going
learning.
up there.
Yes, man, it was always a learning experience, man.
Yeah.
I always came back with something else, and you know, it was good.
You did a lot of pieces with Lakeisha also.
Yes, yes, like Keisha Bennett. Yeah. Crime and everything, because we pushed each other, and we did productions outside of Deja Vu as well. You know, I got to work with her in other times, also on music as well, because she was in music. So like I said, our first thing was music. So you know, I'd get her involved with productions and being produced by my friends and all these things. So yeah, you know, it's networking, you know. And I think because I brought her to you as well. And that's where it started, you know, because I was always on the lookout. It's like, you know, and I saw somebody who was exceptional and again who could fit in the crew, you know what I mean? But yeah, it basically showed me that, okay, this is what you need to do creatively, you know, and like Andrea said earlier, 9 to 99, you know, give thanks for that. We always can be growing into acting, you know, so yeah.
So tell us what you're doing now in your everyday life, Tenor.
Well, my everyday life is still basically, you know, the day job is still retail, you know, that pays the bills right now. Occasionally, about 2 years ago, I did a movie, Reckless, where I see this. Somebody who basically, you know, they have a problem with it, was highlighting being kidnapped and sold into slavery, even in these modern times. I was, of course, the bad man in that, the trader, and that was a good experience as well. But again, it's that they realized that the kind of work that we did with you guys, that kind of springboard to everything else. You just have to show them the videos or so on, and they say, okay.
Because in Wake Up, you were a slave. Yes.
I was a slave.
And Khalil Kelly was the slave master. Because he was light skinned, so we made him the slave master.
Right, Khalil.
I think you're the one that dragged them to get beaten.
Yeah.
You were like the overseer type of slave that told on.
Yes, you know, you know, and again, you know, that is one of the reasons that I have love for this production company, because like I say, you know, it's just, again, there's no chance of you being typecast, and then you have to stretch, you know, you have to be going to your depths and be the most evil, and you have to also go into your depths and be the most vulnerable. And then sometimes, you know, there was this, I remember playing this Valentine's role. I was this evil father, you know, who was just on his son and all this thing. And then the next time we did Rent, that same production, we singing Rent. I'm a cheating husband, an evil father, and I'm singing Rent in a one production. Trust me. Trust me. And I was an old man too. What was it? I was hitting on this. What's the name of the bridge? And I was hitting on this. I don't remember. I played this really old guy who was just a nasty old guy, just hitting on somebody. I never know that, you know what I mean? But I just remember I did about 4 different roles in that thing, you know what I mean? I was like, and I love that. Because, you know, and you know, I felt really, you know, you're able to get into the zone and the freedom. It was good. It was excellent, man.
You know, the old man that you played, remember that piece you did, Chris, where you went to Christmas dinner and you said you
Yes.
just brought a small doggy bag. He was like the grandfather hitting up people. Because we had to change, we changed it up a bit.
Well, as you mentioned, the leftovers, I might just take a few pieces of masa.
All right, hold on a moment.
Let
Let
me.
me. Container.
Yes. No problem. I have a little container right here. You kind of have the
work with your doggy back part.
Yes, the dog is very hungry, and when I eat, he must eat with just a small container. Nothing too big.
Miss Walker, where you going with that?
Yeah, that's fun.
Well, what you said, Tenor, is so true that we were able to really stretch, stretch our abilities, really test the limits of what it is that we were capable of doing. So it afforded us a great opportunity to do that, and we were so local that you could try anything. You would try anything, and we were so tight knit. Oh, it was fine to mess up for each other, right? And get it right when it counted.
You're constant, you're constant quips and ribbon, man. I mean, every time. I remember one time, I was trying a dance move, I'm a drop. I was like, like, look, Bridget, you're not 50. Yeah, man, remember, man. Chris is always ribbing you. The environment that we worked in was just a humorous environment. Everybody was just laughing, and it's like it frees the environment so the creativity is there. It wasn't a tense environment. It's a happy environment. And even in your day-to-day life, even if you're in a regular job or whatever, if you're in a happy people, better results. And the one thing with Deja Vu, it was always a fun environment. Chris especially was very instrumental in that, because he always would see your flaws and say, wait, and then just find something you like. And you can't take yourself too seriously, what I'm saying? And he never took everybody's like, and it's just fun. So it was always a joy. I remember because, I was working, sometime I'd come to rehearsal on my lunchtime and go back and all these things. It's just for the love of the thing, you know what I mean? It was
and
fun.
we were a family.
You do hours and yeah, man, we still are.
Yeah.
We still are.
Yeah.
We still are.
Well, I am looking forward to, and Sharon, I keep saying it, I'm looking forward to that show. So I have given you work to do. I don't care which part you have to get it from. Call Andy. We need the reunion show. I'm looking forward to that.
I've been calling out Sharon for years. She has so much material that she has written that she hasn't put together that a reunion show could be done like she just have to sit down and stitch it together.
Yes.
And everybody would have a role over the 20 years.
Oh, of course.
Easy.
I have a lot of stuff written that we have not done yet. And
I haven't even touched. You're like a gold mine.
Yeah. But Tenor, thank you so much for taking the time, and I look forward to seeing everyone in person one day. And yes, we're going to work on this reunion show because we have a big family. It's a big family.
Yes, ma'am.
So I thank you so much.
No problem, man.
Thank you, Tenor.
Blessing.
Yeah, blessing.
We'll be right back.
Estella's Legacy book series, first edition. Grandma Estella, I have a question.
Bashment Bay. Bashment Bay.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoy all these excerpts from the great actors from the Deja Vu Theater. Please join us for our next episode, which will be on Sunday, April 10th, where we will continue with the celebration of Deja Vu Theater's 20th anniversary with other cast members. We hope you enjoyed the show. See you then.
It's been a great last two shows. And it just brought back so many memories. My mind's blown. I haven't seen some of these individuals in almost 20 years. And so it was great. Thank you, Sharon, for bringing those individuals back. Folks, as usual, we enjoy what we're doing. We put a lot of time and effort into doing this thing. So we need you to do your part, all right? And it's simple. I ask you every week. You must be tired of me now, but I'm going to keep asking. Like, share, subscribe, okay? And, of course, I know the email address is somewhere down here, but if you have a thought, if you have a topic you want us to discuss, somebody you'd like for us to interview who can bring thought-provoking conversation to the conversation, please send Sharon an email at dejavutheater.fl@gmail.com. So somewhere, Sharon, which one you put it? Somewhere.
Oh my goodness. I would just like to thank Andrea Reese, Norman Tanner Ferguson, Crystal Harris, Zanonis Francois, we call him Adian. Sean Cross had to go, but I want to thank him for at least agreeing to be on the show, but time was going and he had to leave. But thank you, Sean. Thank you for being a part of Deja Vu Theater. All these wonderful actors that took the time to come on to celebrate with us on our 20th anniversary. I still can't get over the fact that it's been 20 years, but we've had some wonderful, wonderful cast members, and it's so refreshing, and I feel so humbled that they come on. They were glad to be a part of Deja Vu, and I do hope that this COVID thing will be over soon, that we can get back on stage. Even though I kind of like what I'm doing.
And they won't let you continue this without starting the theater again. I'm pretty sure it's going to happen.
So thank you guys so much for coming on. And I look forward to the other cast members for next week's show. Next week's show is going to have the Atlanta cast members, because we did productions in Atlanta also. So we're going to have the Atlanta crew. So I'm looking forward to that also. But thank you so much for coming on, and thank you for watching. So remember, like Chris said, like, share, subscribe. Subscribe, subscribe. Until next time, thank you.
Bye.
Cheers. Where's your glass?
Glass is missing. I know, I'm so sorry. Cheers.
That's why she stopped with my drinks for a night.
Oh, yeah,
She knows
shut
it's
up.
She stopped with me for a night. She stopped with my glass, you know, and I'm not. It's all right. So something.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
I'm drinking for you.
Okay. What was the name of that shirt, Chris? What do you call it again?
It's a batakari. It's from Ghana.
Okay, from where, Ghana?
Yes.
Okay. Sound like one of them bad words, batakari.
Tune in to Bashment Bay. Tune in to Bashment Bay.